And it starts again. Alright, so got quite a bit done. A little bit was last week, and I stayed in here a little bit late last night, and I got a few things done. So I got the radiator situated. It's in, it's going to stay in. I did a little protection along the front here. You can't really see it because I cut it in the shape of the cross member, but I put a piece of rubber in there just so the radiator doesn't rub against any metal. It is a four-row radiator, large core. And this car was actually made for the large radiator, but for some reason this one seems to be a little bit bigger than my original. So, but it fits. All the rubbers are in, all the cushions are in. I made a small modification at the bottom, so this way I could put the full cushion in there. And we got the AC set up. I made the lines. I got the braided steel lines for the heater core. We'll go over that. I'm happy with the lines, kind of. I'm not 100% happy with them. I thought they would be a better quality than they were. They're not bad, but I'm having some, some second thoughts about this particular set. And they weren't extremely cheap, but they weren't really expensive either. They were like 35, like 40 bucks. 40 bucks each. And I would say that's probably about an average price. And I was moving along on basically air conditioning. I crimped the lines, I fit them. I got to come up with just a few brackets. I did order some hose separators and things like that. So basically, we're getting there. We're moving along. I solved the blinker problem, and let's see if we can just temporarily hook up here. Show you the blinkers working. I forget which ones I have set. I had to get electronic flashers. The electronic flashers they sell in the auto parts are garbage. They say they're electronic, but I guess they're not. Just more false information. Like I said, people don't know what they're selling anymore. Nothing about their own products that they sell. So let's just take a quick look here. I don't know if I left the flashers or the signal lights on. I didn't put both of them in, I only put one in. Let's see. There you go. Nice and bright. LED. And works out well. And here, let's see. I'll pull it out. I'll show it to you guys. Basically, it's a square flasher. I got these from National Parts Depot, and I don't know if you can see the part number there, but that's what it is. This wire here is a ground. Electronic, works beautiful with the LEDs. The LEDs are really bright, especially in the back. And flashers and signal lights both working. I noticed that on my cluster, the right side light is not flashing. And again, if you remember the fiasco with the printed circuit, it's not the best printed circuit in the world. So I'm probably going to have to just go in there and just move the holder for the light a little bit and just get it to set properly. So hopefully, once the car starts bouncing around, these things aren't gonna move. They shouldn't, because they're pretty tight in there. But again, mostly everything fit perfectly on the car. Even the printed circuit, it actually fit, but it's just, you can see it's this cheap material compared to my original. You can feel how much thinner it is. And like I said before, a lot of us are willing to pay for a better product. I mean, even if it has to be a special order to get the better product, why not just offer that and give us the better product that we're willing to pay for? I'll pay twice the price if need be, as long as I get what I really truly want, and not something that I got to kind of play with, or I'm going to consider myself, just okay, I'm going to have to be satisfied with this. So, not that thrilled with it. Now, getting back to these hoses, and these are the Spectra. I believe that's how you pronounce it. S-P-E-C-T-R-E, Spectra hoses. I got those from Summit. They look really good. The braiding on the outside is a little rough, and you got to be careful you don't tear your hand up with it, which I did actually. I tore my hand up a little bit, and you know, for the most part, they fit. They slide onto the 5/8 nipples. They slid onto the heater core. I tightened them, but again, you know, we have these clamps. This is the cover. I have it here someplace. Here it is. So I tried modifying this cover. It didn't work out well. I tried modifying it so I could use a real clamp, you know, a nice wide clamp that you normally use. These are the clamps that came in the cover, and this is the cover. Here's where I modified it, trying to make it so I could put that on and slide this over, but there is a lip here that's not going to allow me to do that. So I also reconsidered just going ahead and just putting regular fittings on the end of this. And the water pump side, putting just the regular fittings on there and just screwing them in, you know, NPT. So that would be, I believe this is a 12 AN. So it would be a 12 AN to a 1/2 inch NPT nipple that would go right into the water pump and right into the manifold. But again, I'm not sure I could use this hose with, you know, with a Russell fitting or any fitting at all. Even the Summit racing fittings. I'm not sure if this hose would accept that, and I'm gonna have to do a little research on that and kind of go from there. So right now they're just sitting on there. They're on, just sitting there. The AC, all the O-rings are in. I lubed the O-rings, you know, prior to installation. Lubed them again, you know, before I screwed everything down. We have all our lines in. This is the cutoff switch, which, you know, I just got to get some white wire today so I can finalize that. And that'll be hidden nicely behind the fender, and it's just going to kind of sneak around here. So getting back to the AC kit, this kit here worked out quite well. Everything fit really, really good. The instructions are so-so, they're not the best. A lot of stuff you got to figure out for yourself. And basically it's classic auto air. And this kit here, I have to say, especially for the condenser, they have the brackets that come with it. They utilize existing holes that the original condenser would have used right here on the front. And everything fits nice and neat in here, just like the original system that came on the Chevelle back in 1972, 70, 71. And the only modification I had to make was to the left side top bracket. I just had to drill 2 different holes for some reason. It was off a little bit, so I didn't want to start butchering and widening holes, so I just re-drilled 2 holes in the condenser itself. And, you know, I kept it way out, just like the holes they already have here. I kept them in line so this way I knew I wasn't going to hit anything, and, you know, and this way we wouldn't cause headaches. But classic auto air, that's something that you gotta look at a little bit better. But then again, you know, it's a 50-year-old car. Things twist. You know, nothing's going to be as it was the day it was born unless you put everything brand spanking new. And all the sheet metal on this car is original. All the frame, everything is original. And you know, the radiator support's 100% original. I also started getting my my bezels and everything for the lights here. It's something that I have to go find my old lights because something just kind of didn't sit right with me when I opened these up. And I truly do not remember having chrome bezels on this Chevelle. I could have sworn they were black, like a flat black. So I have to find my old ones, which hopefully I can because I got a lot of stuff put away. But this is what I received. And it's a really nice piece. I mean, the quality's there, it's shiny, it's got a little weight to it, it's really not bad. But the problem is that I don't remember them being chrome. I could have sworn that it had a flat black outline, kind of like the signal lights. So that's something I have to reinvestigate and see what happened here. I could be wrong, maybe they were chrome. You know, I really don't remember at this point. You know, I took this car apart like 30 years ago. So, you know, my memory's not bad, but you're not going to remember every little thing. So that's one thing I have to investigate. And I noticed that These fit okay, but they do show a little bit of the body color after you put them in. Where the grill, then again, that grill is an old aftermarket grill, the one that I have, so it could be a problem with the grill. But where the grill meets this, it appears that I can see a little bit of white in there. I don't know if that was normal or not. Again, I do not remember. It's been many, many years since I've had this car together. But, you know, these are just like minor little things that you could get around. And again, like I said, it's not a restoration. It's just, you know, it's just my car, and I'm just trying to clean it up and trying to do something with it. Also, the tranny lines. I bought the 7-foot lines, a little overkill. They're a little long. But again, I don't want to cut these and do the fittings on them. I'd rather just take the extra, and I'll throw just a very small loop. But they're not super long. I'll just throw a little small loop before it gets to the tranny, and that'll just give me a little extra cooling also. You know, it'll create a coil. You know, I'll put it so this way it'll accept some air, and go from there. We also got the rear lenses, light lenses, you know, in the back quarters. And I'm dropping stuff here. That's the mounting hardware. So basically, these look really good compared to my old ones. These look really, really good. They look very exact. So that worked out well. And again, it gives you the hardware to put it together. So happy with that. And I've just been trying to get a lot of the nickel and dime parts, just so you know, as things progress and I get this thing fired, I can pretty much move pretty quick on getting it completed. So this way we could get this out of here and get the next project in, which I'm still debating. I keep saying coffin car, but I might go to the 34 coupe that I have. I'm not sure yet. The 34 coupe would be a bigger project. That's why I'm thinking coffin car first. I think that'll go a little smoother because it's basically just a rail job. You know, nothing fancy. You know, there'll be some fabricating. Actually, there'll be quite a bit of fabricating on there. I already got the frame done. I did that a while back, but now with some of the things that I changed my mind on, I might need to extend the frame approximately, I would say, maybe 18 inches. Maybe not. We'll see. Once I get the coffin laid onto the frame, I'll know where I'm going from there. And bottom radiator hose. It's been an issue with a lot of guys with the bottom radiator hose on a big block Chevy, especially with the aftermarket water pump. So I found this hose here, which is 21236. That is that's a Gates part number right there. And this is actually for, I believe, a Ford van. So it gives you your 1 3/4 here for the radiator, fits perfectly, and then it gives you the 2 1/4, I think that is. Let's just verify. It was a long night in here last night, and a lot of it was putting it together and also just a lot of going over things. Actually, it's just shy of 2 inches. So fits on snug. It does kind of touch the idler on the right side, but I think it's just barely touching it, but I'll protect it with another piece of thick hose, and I'll just tie wrap it on there so this way we don't get any wear and leaks and all that good stuff. But if you're having a problem with the bottom Chevelle hose for a big block, you got the aftermarket water pump, this is the hose that I found that fit. Because I have the one that should fit, but I'll show you the difference. So basically, this is the one that they tell you fits. This is the part number that you get pretty much from anybody, including National Parts Depot and you know, 396 SS and all those places. This would be that's the right hose according to the manufacturer, 20441, and you can see the difference there. This is the one that I found that fits. This is the one that should fit. You see the big difference? You got like a 1/4 inch or better difference in there. So the whole situation is, for the most part, figured out. Once I get it on there with a little, I'm going to put a little lube on there so I can twist it and turn it. I might be able to turn it to where it's even farther away from the idler. But that's something I need to play with, and I'm still going to put protection on there so we don't have a problem. As for hose covering, I wanted to do hose covering on these, but again, you know, I don't know who makes a good hose covering anymore. You know, originally when I first put this car, well, I put this car together a few times, but in its last rendition, the top radiator hose was actually a braided steel line, so it was a real line, which I actually found yesterday while I was going through stuff, and you know, it's amazingly it fit. I was able to shape it, and the shape was kind of still in there, but not something I want to do again, because I remember how rigid it was, and rigidity sometimes when things are vibrating is not a good idea. You want to make sure you have a little give in things. So I guess we'll pop the camera off, we'll walk around a little bit, and then we'll finish up. Weekly disclaimer, not a cameraman. Alright, let's take a look here. So, like I said, everything here utilizes the original holes. That's the original line there for the, I believe that's the high pressure. And this is all pretty much the way it looks on a stock vehicle. We're using all the original holes here to mount it. You know, there, down here. And there wasn't much fumbling with it. Again, this frame, or I'm sorry, this radiator support might have a little twist to it. It's been so many years. In this truck, car, I keep saying truck today. And this car is, you know, it was street raced and everything else, so it might be a little twisted. This one bracket, I just had to move it, and I just had to re-drill these holes maybe, I would say, 1/8 of an inch lower than the original holes that came on the unit. But everything fits. Everything is tucked away here. Nothing is touching. It looks like it's touching here, but it's not. It fits really good. Radiator's permanently in. All the rubbers are in. You can see the rubber right there. I wish it was over a little more, but it's holding a radiator. Same on this side here. And this is the top radiator hose here, but here I did the I crimped everything using the new crimper. That worked out well, and everything's connected. I did change the top of the compressor to a top feed instead of those lines that I had, which are right here. I'll show you. These are the lines that came with the kit. Those are the lines that came with the kit that allowed the hoses to exit at the bottom right of the compressor, but that wouldn't work for me, so I found a top plate that fit on this compressor. It's a aluminum, you know, it's polished up, you know, nice clean plate. Everything's screwed right in, everything is tight. You know, I'm not fond of the black hoses yet, but I don't know what to do with those yet. It's just, you know, I'm not going to get super crazy with, you know, with this braided stuff, but I would like to braid them, but we'll see. They don't make a good AC braided line, so anyone that tells you that, you know, just the buy line and whatever, buy AC line, they don't hold up. And I found that out through friends and also just through reading and research, so that's why I didn't order any line to, you know, to crimp it and have it already steel braided. So, you know, we're gonna have to deal with that. I'll figure something out. Right now I just got some tie wraps holding this just so it would give me the route. And I got the valve in here, and the wire that goes to the valve right here, which will be hidden. These wires here will be hidden back here in conduit, and that white wire comes all the way over here to the low freon switch, and then it goes back to the compressor. So you know, we're going to have a little bit of wire hiding there. I didn't do the TPS yet, and I didn't do the phaser, rotor phasing. I'm having a hard time talking today. So we'll try to address that today. And like I said, I'm getting close to firing this thing up. And the other thing, where did I put it? I also got the dipstick, and I'm not sure where I ended up putting it, but it's a flexible dipstick. And I was going to install that last night, but it got a little bit late. I got tired, and that was the end of that. But you know, I got a bunch of stuff here, all the bezels. I got a lot of the gaskets and, you know, hardware to install, so we're not we're not butchering our way through the installs. Everything is going in nice and neat. So I purchased a bunch of little stuff, and that all came. Those are the Spectra hoses that I'm not too thrilled with, and I'm not big on sending stuff back. It's just, you know, it takes too much time, and I'd rather just take the loss or put them on the shelf and you know, just deal with it another time. But I did have that dipstick I wanted to show you, and I don't know what I did with it. It was right here, unless I left it under the car, which is possible. Nope. So I guess that's enough of making you guys dizzy. But you know, we're getting there. It's starting to look like a finished product at this point. And here's the hoses. So there's the chrome end. I actually ordered some black ends. I just don't like that chrome end. Nothing else works with it. Everything else is black ends. So I ordered some black ends for it. And a little confusing when you start getting to this higher hose, this thicker hose, and especially when you're dealing with these heater hoses. These are 5/8. So I'm assuming they're based on what I measured and everything else, that they're 12 AN, or at least close to it. They're definitely not a 10 AN, which a 5/8 hose technically should be. So, you know, it's so I ordered fittings for both. So this way, they were inexpensive. They weren't super expensive. So hopefully they come with a better quality clamp, because as you can see where the heater valve is, let me see if I got more. Oh, well, you can see it here. I used just a regular nice, you know, clamp for 5/8 line. It worked out perfectly. And I was able to crank it down, and I'm satisfied with that. Now back here, you know, you yank on it and it feels like it's there, but somehow I'm just not trusting it. And I'm almost tempted to just say forget about excuse me, forget about the making it pretty, and maybe just throwing the 5/8 clamp on there and calling it a day, and maybe just making this front here, you know, a little prettier. Because back there, even once the hood is on and everything else, yeah, you'll see it, but you're not going to notice it as quick. And again, like I said, it's not a restoration, it's not a show car, it's just my car, and having a little fun with it, and just trying to do, you know, something I kind of always wanted to do with the fuel injection, and, you know, just kind of clean it up and make it look like something. So, you know, we're getting there, we're getting there. Let's take a look at that radiator. You know, we got plenty of room there. I know I showed you this last time. We got some wiring to do for that radiator, for the fans, and the computer will be controlling the fans on and off, and when you turn the AC on, it'll automatically put the fans on. So everything works together, which is really important. And well, as you can see too, I wanted to show you real quick, when we power up, you can see that the computer is actually powered up. It's pretty cool. So okay, let's put this back on a stand, and we'll go from there. Alright, so like I said, we're moving along. We're getting closer and closer to firing this up. I don't want to fire it up without an exhaust system, so I've been looking at exhaust systems and trying to do the best research I can to how they sound, you know, just going by YouTube videos. And you know, just people commenting and making suggestions. So I'm not set on an exhaust yet, but I will be probably this week, and I will order it. And I want to get an exact fit where I'm not drilling and welding and doing all that. I just want to install it, use some pre-existing holes if possible, which I believe you know, several companies do make that. And it's going to be a name brand. It's going to be stainless steel, so this way I don't have to worry about it sitting here and rotting away. Because you know, just regular steel is going to rot no matter what, even if it's sitting in a, you know, in a temperature controlled garage, which we are in right now. We have great heat, we have great air conditioning, there's no humidity in here ever. The system's automatic, so it does its own thing between heat and AC and dehumidifying. So, you know, so basically we're going to get a decent exhaust so we don't have any issues. And I really wanted to find that stupid dipstick, and I have no idea what I did with it. I was here late last night. I was here till about 10 o'clock at night, and that's really late for me. You know, usually I'm in bed by 7 o'clock. because I have long days. And yesterday I took a day off. I know I'm going to pay for it tomorrow, but you know, I just needed a little time just to kind of recoup and spend a little time out here. Yeah, I have no idea what I do with the dipstick. I had it in my hand yesterday, and it's in here someplace in this mess. But I guess that's about it, guys. So like I said, we're moving along. I tested fuel flow last week, no leaks. I need to order the coolant for this, which is it's not really coolant. It's a Evans product, I believe. We're going to go with the Evans, and that's about it. I got to get these wheels back on, and I got to order bumpers. I have original bumpers. You know, they're a little tiny bit faded. You know, the old day chrome wasn't the best, and you know, I believe they're original bumpers. And the one thing that I've been trying to find that I haven't been able to find, and I like my emblems to be all OEM, just because of the fit. It's just because the aftermarket ones don't fit that well. The back bumper emblem, I cannot find an OEM one. I found some used ones, but I'm looking for a new old stock one. So this way it's new, clean. I don't got to sit there and paint it and, you know, and do all that craziness. I mean, if I have to, I'll settle for a good quality, you know, repop. But I would prefer an original one when it comes to the emblems. And I guess that's about it. I just got a little bit more ordering to do, and you know, we should have somewhat of a completed looking car within the next few weeks, and hopefully we'll be firing it up. All right, guys, you have a great weekend, and hopefully I can show you a lot more progress. I feel that I did a lot from last week to this week, and I put a little time into it. I do have a pretty busy week next week, including the weekend, so I may not be able to spend a lot of time in here next week, but I'll get something done. Anyway, thanks for watching, and we'll see you next week.